Hello, and welcome to the PlusX Fund Update for Thursday, December 23rd. I'm the founder, Carlos Lopez de Almeida, and today I will reveal our official Bitcoin price predictions for 2022. And major kudos to Benjamin Cohen, one of the very best analysts in crypto, for promoting awareness of the lengthening cycle theory. A link to his channel is in the description below. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It'll help us grow. All right, here we go. Let's go right into the chart. So the chart I have here for our predictions is the 12-year entire history of Bitcoin since, it has a bottom price of 1 penny here back in 2010. Let's take a look at this. This is the logarithmic chart. This is going through several orders of magnitude up to today's price. We're currently at $48,000, give or take some change. Now what I want to do, I want to overlay something here. I'm going to overlay all the halvings. So here's the halvings. And you can see that we start with the Genesis block, January 3rd, 2009. And after the Genesis block, we had 1.5 years without any price. No price data. We do have this note down here, October 5th, 2009, the New Liberty Standard actually sold 1,309 Bitcoin for $1. So that gives us a 0.00076 price per Bitcoin. You could have bought it with PayPal back then. But essentially you were just mining Bitcoin for free at this time. And then Mt. Gox launched in July of 2010 and the first price data appeared. So this initial epoch here, this zeroth cycle, if you will, I chose a point in between these 2 points to measure, like if there was a lowest price, if there was real price data earlier on, it would have probably had a low point somewhere around here. The high point in this first zeroth cycle before the first halving occurred in June of 2011, and we can see that that was 490 days. If we go to the bottom of the next cycle to the top after the first halving, we can see that that extended by 1.5 times this presupposed first epoch that I estimated here. So it's not exact because part of this is based off an estimation, but nonetheless, this is the first data point, complete data point from market low to market high. It took a little over 2 years, or just about 2 years. After the halving, after the first halving, the price run up took about 1 year. We got to the top. Now, if you look at the second halving, from bottom to top, the length of time was 1,064 days, and it lengthened. This is longer than the previous length by 1.44x. And this post-halving run-up took 1.5 years, whereas this one took a year to take place. This one took 1.5 years. So not only is the bottom to the tops getting longer, but from the halving to the top is getting longer as well. So if this was 1 year and this was 1.5 years, then let's say this one will be 2 years. So that would be May 2020 was the third halving. You can see it down here. And 2 years would take us to May 2022. Now, nobody knows. That's why I put a crystal ball over here. If the bottom to the top extends in a rate similar to the way these first two extended, going from 1.44x to 1.38x, then this could extend all the way to December of 2022. And nobody knows. Is it going to be May? Is it going to be December? So because of that, I decided, screw that. Let's just make our official predictions based on a couple things here. We're going to pick several data points in here. And to choose those data points, we have the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curves. A lot of people use this. This is a logarithmic regression, again, over several orders of magnitude, and the lines in between are Fibonacci levels. So the bottom line is respecting market bottoms here. And the top line, the very top of each cycle, hits this line every time. So the bottom and the top are fixed over all of these years, extremely well respected. And these are all basically Fibonacci levels and valid Fibonacci extension levels from previous cycles. And the lines in between are Fibonacci levels. So this is a very mathematical, very mathematically correct and valid chart to do this kind of analysis. The one time we broke through the bottom was a coronavirus dump. So extreme once in 100-year black swan event. We broke through that. And yeah, so anyway, let's keep moving forward here. Let's take a look at how am I going to make these predictions. Well, let's reveal the predictions. Let's zoom in over there. Now, since we don't know where Bitcoin will decide to top out at, I've just chosen a point for every month here: June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and January of 2023. So I'll make a prediction for each month. My basic fundamental prediction is that we will return to hit the top of the logarithmic band once again. If we hit it in June, it's 180,000. July, 186,000. August, 192,000. September of 2022, 201,000. October, 208. November, 217. December, 225. In January of 2023, if that's when we hit the top of the band, $232,000. So that's my prediction. No one can predict which month it'll actually hit the top of the band, or if it even will hit the top of the band. No one can accurately predict that. I think the likelihood is that it will hit the top of the band, and it'll do so in one of these months. And then based on which month it is, I'm giving these figures. And so I think that's impressive enough. If one of these figures turns out to be true, then it just proves that this mathematical analysis was valid, and still is valid over a decade. And market participants believe in it. The narrative is centered around this. Every time there's a halving, the supply of Bitcoin is cut in half. There's a supply shock, and there's always more people wanting to buy Bitcoin. The network is growing exponentially according to Metcalfe's law. And so there's always not enough supply to feed the demand. And so that's why I believe the price will go up to touch the top of the band again. And it'll be one of these prices here. And then what'll happen? What'll happen is we'll get to the fourth halving in 2024. I think we would have a bear market in 2023. We would have a crash after reaching some top area. And if we're in a bear market at the bottom of 2023, then you could see the price could be 80,000 or 90,000. If it's closer to the halving, it could be a $100,000 price would be the bottom. And then what would happen after the halving, similar to after the halving on previous halvings, we could probably mark out, here's April of 2024. That's an estimated halving date. If we go out a year and a half, we'll probably be around the center line. And the center line is and on this date, October of 2025, the center line is at $500,000. So I'm going to go ahead and make a final prediction that in October, give or take a few months of 2025, Bitcoin will reach parity with gold, with the market cap of gold at around $500,000 per Bitcoin. Of course, the market cap of gold may be a little higher by then, and then Bitcoin could equally move higher along this line. So, but it'll be around a $500,000 Bitcoin, give or take, 10 or 20%, depending on how much gold also grows by that point, and how fast Bitcoin is moving, how fast the price is moving towards this line over time. But essentially, this midline, this heart line of the logarithmic band, about a year and a half, give or take a few months after the fourth halving, will bring us to parity with gold. So these are my predictions. Enjoy. I'm signing off. If you want to learn more about lengthening cycles and a lot more analysis into why that's likely, once again, Benjamin Cohen has great videos. He probably has 10 or 20 different videos on lengthening cycles, so you can go to his channel. The link is in the description below. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Take care. Trade safe.